Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be doing the Adelaide vs Brisbane game review, the last game of round 11, or the pre-buys I should say. And yeah, just a pretty annoying game for me as Dawson and Laird went absolutely huge, and Dunkley did counteract that going big, but we saw Ashcroft fail, which sort of took away a chance of 2300 for me. And also, yeah, just sort of made a really promising round annoying from the Saturday night games to the Sunday games, basically. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, Dawson 135. I was really annoyed about this just because he did really well. And if you look here, I thought he was on 7 points basically going into red time, and then he had 41 points in 12 minutes. So, yep, that was really annoying, and then just didn't really slow down at all and ended up 135, and I could have got him in over Merritt, which was definitely probably the better choice. And he's probably almost at the point now where he is unattainable no matter what. So that kind of sucks, as I'm going to have to just let his scores ride, I guess, from here on out. Rory Laird 131 is going to get suspended, and then going to get suspended for round 12, come back round 13, have bye round 14, and then pick him up round 15. I think it's the plan. Keys, O'Brien, Millerer, Saligo, Rankin, Sloan. None of these guys are really that really anyone I'm worried about wanting to pick up at all. Where is Rochelli's 60? He's been really disappointing ever since I touted him up around 707k, I think he was, or something. He was around that 697, 700k range when I said, oh, I'm going to pick him up, and then an injury occurred, and that injury kind of saved me from this Rochelli disaster class, I guess. McElhaney 59, Pedler 56, Murphy 55, Fogarty 49. No one else here really to talk about. Parnell came on and got a 0, so that's that really. But yeah, it's just been Dawson and Laird that just kill every one of my Sundays, because they always play on a Sunday and they always make me lose rank by a good like 2,000 or so at least. And especially when they were playing, I think it was something like you had them play Collingwood, and then you also had Taranto playing as well. And like I was losing points on Taranto, Dacos, and Dawson and Laird in the top 10,000 or whatever. But nothing I can really do about it anymore. Just got to keep on pushing on and making the right choices from here on out, and seeing how far that can bring me up the ladder, I guess. And then you've got for Brisbane, this is probably looking at the time going to be a shorter review. Brisbane, Dunkley 112, a 37, 35, 21, 20, 19 game. So he just popped off in a couple quarters and got up to 112 because of it. Oscar McInerney, I think it was something like 115, 117 hitouts between McInerney and O'Brien, and that's why you see you see that, and then you see O'Brien as well, and he had a ridiculous last quarter, 39-point last quarter, and Oscar McInerney had a 34-point last quarter. So yeah, pretty ridiculous from those two to get the amount of hitouts that they did. Neil 100, he baited. I don't know if he did bait, because it does look like a pretty dangerous tackle from Rory Laird regardless, because he does have the slinging motion on Neil. Whether Neil decided to be a dead weight or not, I don't think you can really comment on that, on what happened. And I'm pretty sure his head did hit the ground, which should be like part of the reason why a suspension occurs now, given how they've adjudicated them, is that if the head hits the ground, no matter what, you should be done. So there's that. I think Laird's going to be done for a week. Bailey 94, Rich 91, Zorko I believe is going to be done for eye gouging as well, or has been done, and I don't think they're going to challenge it. 78 from him, so that could actually really help me, as that obviously they're not playing this week, but next week that could mean Wilmot back to halfback, and that could mean Sharp back onto the ground. And if I get one good game out of Sharp, then but also I'm trading out Sharp, I want to say. Yeah, I'm trading out Sharp. But if that is the case, and we don't see Cowan play, it'll be Cowan out and Sharp still in, and we'll try and maneuver around to just give myself the best chance of guys playing as. But I do think Cowan is a decent chance to play if he is deemed fit, as I believe he was out with the finger injury. Whether that means that he can go straight back to the AFL, I don't know, but I think he is sort of the best chance to come in, as they've got a load of injuries, including Newman, Hewitt, Kennedy. So you got two guys that are on the halfback, so you have to have a small sort of running defender come back in. So it's either between Chincotta and Cowan basically. And then you've also got Cripps, it seems like, out, and Shearer should be suspended. Basically, it should be upheld, even though they're challenging it. So that means another couple of guys have to come in. So I wonder what they'll do, but we could see a debut in there quite easily. And then you've got Zorko, Rayner, McCarthy, Cameron, Coleman, no one else here really to talk about. Then you come down to Ashcroft, and this was a bad one. He went up by 3k, but now he's got a break even of 92, and he could easily hit that. I think he's got a good run coming up, so I think he should be able to do really well. But away from the Gabba, he is horrific, and at the Gabba he's pretty decent. Then you come down to Danaher, and then Wilmot here, 42 from him, so not bad. Just a terrible second quarter, basically. And that limited his impact, as he gave away 2 free kicks in that quarter, it looks like. Free kicks are just going to kill his score, basically. That could have been a 48, and that would have been some cash gen, as well as better score than Ashcroft, I mean. Then you got Gardner, Hipwood, Gunston. Don't know if this was tactical, but I want to say it was not. And then Harris Andrews had a shocking game, and that sort of helped me, as well, for some people that would have got him in based off of a couple games. He just had a tough matchup and didn't score well. And then Madden came on for an 8. So yeah, that's basically it for this recap. I know a little bit shorter than the previous recaps, but I don't want to be hashing over the same content, and there isn't really much to go over in terms of the AFL Fantasy website on the likes of Sharp coming back in, because that's sort of just a common sense thing, and not really going to change any of my plans directly, as that'll just be Cowan coming out and traded out for him rather than Sharp. So that's basically the video, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks guys, goodbye.